One of the church's greatest saints is St. Augustine. He lived in North Africa in the 4th and 5th centuries. He went over to what is now Italy, came back to Africa, and was the Bishop of Hippo for a long time. But his life story is very interesting. He always had, the way all of us do, a real desire to grasp what is true. What are the principles we need to trust and live by in life? What are the truths that can guide me? And he was longing for real love, to be loved by others and to love them as best he could. But Augustine was somebody who didn't find truth and love easily. He went in wayward directions, bad directions. He got involved in ideas that didn't present him with the truth, but for a while he thought they did. He got involved in relationships which were not truly loving. But then, with the support of his mother who prayed for him, Monica, who herself is a saint, he was able to find his way to Christ and to the church. He heard the preaching of a great saint up in Milan in northern Italy. That saint was St. Ambrose. And even though Augustine was very, very intelligent and had a great way with words, he was very impressed with this other man, this Catholic Bishop Ambrose, whose way of speaking captivated Augustine and convinced him of the power of the message and the person of Christ. What a turnaround for Augustine. In fact, he wrote a book called The Confessions. Not confessing his sins so much, though there are some sins that he talks about, but confessing even more, I have been loved by God. I have found my truth in God, the God who comes to us in Jesus Christ. What a wonderful testimony Augustine writes, the ins and outs of his journey from being on the sidelines of the true faith to being a deep follower of Christ. He was somebody who took up the Bible and he heard words in the Bible that struck him. Live honorably, move from darkness to light. Light, of course, is the life in Christ. Well, he founded a monastery right in the city, a simple monastery, and he wrote a little rule for those who might follow him there. He said, we want to be, as the Acts of the Apostles says in the Bible, of one heart and one soul in God. And he laid out a plan for other people to follow him, to live as brothers and as sisters who could love the Lord. That rule is still used by many religious orders. Ultimately, he became a wonderful theologian, meaning somebody who studied the issues having to do with our following God and studies the ways of God. And he also became a bishop. Augustine was noted for confronting heresy, ideas that are against the truth. Once he had found the truth, nobody was more steadfast in defending it and in articulating it in a way that was convincing. St. Augustine, help us to be people who always search for the truth and who try to search for love and be people of great love. Help us to know you as the one who accompanies us on our journey of trying to be understanding our God and understanding the ways of God. The window in Holy Name Church has Augustine dressed as a bishop with mitre and crozier and holding a book. Maybe it was the book of the confessions that he wrote or other writings that he wrote. Or maybe it's his reading the Bible that brought him to know that God loved him so much.